Welcome to Self-Improvement Sunday, and what a beautiful Sunday it is. Today's quote comes from Leonardo da Vinci, who said, "Study without desire spoils the memory, and it retains nothing that it takes in." That's going to be fun to play with today, isn't it? Hi there, my name is Christopher Diarmani. It is my pleasure, it is my passion to empower aspiring Christian nonfiction writers to share their trauma to triumph journey using a complete, detailed roadmap for writing success. I love this thing. So they can make the impact they know they were born to make. So let's talk about Leonardo's quote today. Study without desire spoils the memory. Let me go back to when I was young. When I was in high school, I had a really amazing algebra teacher. And because he was awesome and he made learning exciting and he made math like seem cool, interesting, all that kind of good stuff, I got an A in that class. I worked really hard. And then in statistics, which you'd think if I got an A in algebra, I'd pass statistics with a flying color. Well, I didn't like that teacher. I didn't like how he presented. I didn't like how he interacted with me or the other students. And so I simply refused to do anything. So I failed the class. Big shock, right? Of course I did. Now, here's the interesting bit. Later, when statistics did become important to me, and this is well past high school, I decided I needed to learn about it. So I did, and I dove in. And I dove in head first, and I learned everything I needed to know to apply it to my life circumstances at that point. So I don't share that story to say that's a great way of approaching learning. If you don't like the teacher, don't do the work. Well, that's really not that bright. But the lesson I'm trying to share with you is that because one teacher made the subject matter seem really, really amazing, I was inspired. I worked my butt off in that class because I liked what was going on. I didn't like what was going on in the other class, so I had no interest, no desire, no passion for the subject because that was shut down by my response to that particular teacher. And I say that because that's exactly what Leonardo's quote is talking about. If we're not excited about learning something, we're not going to retain it. We're just not. And one of the things that I've done throughout my entire life is if a subject is interesting to me, if something has ignited that curiosity factor in me, I will dive in headfirst and I will learn everything I need to know about it. I mean, that's why I taught myself how to write computer programs, a skill that I still use today in various aspects of my work. I've learned all kinds of interesting things that I wouldn't normally have done unless that interest was inspired, if that interest wasn't piqued. If subject matter didn't have relevance to me in my life in a way that I understood it, it doesn't matter if someone else says it does. If I don't believe that, who cares? Certainly not me in that statistics class, that's for sure. But when I'm excited about something, I will do nothing. I will stop at nothing until I know everything I need to know, and that's part of what makes me a really great writing mentor. I'm always learning something new. There's always some new thing to figure out and how to make something just a little tiny bit simpler, a little bit easier. And so I'm always on a path to try and figure that out. Always. But the reality for me in my life, and maybe this is true for you, maybe it's not, I don't know. Then maybe you can let me know in the comments. I'd be curious to see whether you are like me or not. The day before I know that I need to learn something, I couldn't care less about that subject matter. Couldn't care less. The day after I realize, oh my goodness, I need to know about this, I need to learn this, nothing can stop me. Nothing. And as I said, I don't claim this is the very best way to learn. It may not be. It's the best way to learn for me. I know that much. Whether it is for you or not, I can't say. That's a question only you can answer. And I use that example from my own life to make that point, that anything that I am forced to learn, I don't retain an ounce of it. It just doesn't matter. And yet anything that I'm passionate about learning, That never leaves. Never. And this applies to every area of my life. If I'm passionate about a subject, I will stop at nothing to get to the bottom of it, to make it, to figure out how I can best implement that in my own life. Proverbs 4:7 says, "Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom. And in all you're getting, get understanding." I know I must become a better person if I want to become a better writer. I've known that for a very long time, and that's why I'm continually trying to learn how to behave better, how to respond better, how to think better in every area of my life. I know it's important because the more clearly I can express things to myself, the more clearly I can express them to you. I'm extraordinarily passionate about becoming a better writer. And so doing all that work on my personal life, I know it has a massive payoff right here, right now. So doing it is easy. I'm inspired to do it. That passion powers every self-improvement journey I take in my life because I know it has a massive payoff in this other area of life that is hugely, hugely important to me. So if you resonate with that idea that perhaps you need to learn more about writing your book and how to do it easier, faster, simpler, I highly encourage you to go to christianwriterunstuck.com and check out that page of information and see if perhaps what I'm offering there in a very inexpensive ticket price for this 3-day live event appeals to you. Because if I can shortcut your learning curve, you'll get to success faster, easier, and simpler than I ever did. I spent 15 years, never completing a first draft. I don't want that for you. It's the last thing in the world I want for you. But since then, I've learned a lot of things. I've applied a lot of really great lessons to my life, and I've gone on to write and publish 50 books since then, and I've helped a bunch of other authors do a similar thing. Get that book out of their head, out of their heart, onto the page so it reaches out into the world and impacts lives. So go to christianwriterunstuck.com, check it out, see if it's for you. Go to God in prayer, ask the question, God, is this the right thing for me to do right now? Because maybe it's the right thing to do, but maybe not right now. Or maybe it is the right thing to do, and right now, I don't know. Go to God in prayer and figure that out. Get a clear yes, get a clear no. And then if it's a clear yes, well, let's talk. Let's go. Let's have some fun. And let's blast open those doors of possibility in your life so that you can have the same success of writing and publishing your book that I've had and that I've helped a bunch of other people get as well. You can do this. And if I do nothing else but inspire you to try one thing that's different, to get one different result through those 3 days, it's hugely, hugely beneficial, hugely successful in my opinion. Because that's all that writing is being inspired to do one thing different to get a better result. And we're just continuing that process every single day. But whether you get to a clear no or a clear yes about Christian Writer Unstuck, I hope you're at a clear yes of coming back tomorrow to learn one more small thing that's going to help you in your journey down Publication Highway. So until then, have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Bye for now.